Hey guys, Rivet here. Welcome back to another episode of Cube World. Happy Friday, everybody. Hope everyone is enjoying themselves. I certainly am. We are playing Rivet, the original Rivet, the one, the only, the bastard that got us hooked on the entire process. Yep, this is the original Rivet, level 121 warrior. Yeah, that's up there. Those are all natural, by the way. Yes. I am. I'm proud of the fact that all my characters that are up and around 100 got there on their own devices. I did not cheat them in, unlike Time, who's level 1 million. But you know, he's just, he's special in his own way. Oh man, I tell you, I'm looking forward to the weekend being here. I am kind of over this week. It's been great. Work has been fine. Just all the other stuff. Trying not to pay attention to the news and just like, it's nuts. Nuts, I have to say. Yeah, I'm just not a huge fan of fear tactics and things, so it's been kind of making me feel a little, not so happy. Do the whirly-girly. I died. I didn't need to stay around. We're good. Yeah, oh well, and we're poisoned. I love when that happens when we come out. Can I kill a radish sling? Yeah, so it's been trying. I mean, I'm not one to fall victim to the whole fear and everything. I'm nervous, obviously. But yeah, just ooh. I honestly I had to delete about 20 or 30 people I was following on Twitter because it was just nothing but scare. And I'm like, you know what? I don't need to live in that mindset right now. I got enough to worry about. I don't need somebody else's failings and stuff to try to invade my space. I got enough demons in my own damn head. I don't need anybody else's to join me. So yeah. So I'm not mentioning anything by name or anything at all because apparently, it's not cool to talk about. And I don't really want to at all, really. I had enough discussions about it at work today, people being freaked out. So I'm just like, I got home and I did what I normally do. End of the week, I pick up groceries. I just need some odds and ends. And I got into the grocery store. I haven't put a whole lot of thought into anything. And then I got in there and it was busy. I'm like, oh, okay, maybe there's a holiday, March break for kids. People are all that. And I just didn't put two and two together until I went to go get a few things. And I'm like, hey, why is there no mayonnaise in the store? And I realized it's like, apparently that's one of the things you just got to have. I mean, I heard about toilet paper, but mayonnaise. Why? Oh, why? Mayonnaise, but that's maybe it's a Montreal thing. You put it on your. Well, I know we do add it to our French fries, and I know that's kind of an odd thing. So that is delicious, but I'm not a mayonnaise on my fries kind of guy. I'm a gravy on my fries kind of guy because I roll different than others, and I always have a lot of gravy here because I'm good. But I did pick up some more just odds and ends stuff that I needed. Nothing crazy. I did not go. I bought some extra stuff just in case. There's been talk of them shutting down the metro, which is their subway and bus systems here, potentially. And no definitive timeline because, that would make perfect frickin' sense. So it just lets people kind of wander around going, oh, maybe it'll happen. And so, luckily I live nearby grocery stores and there's a convenience store right downstairs if I need something. But yeah, tomorrow I'm going to get some more odds and ends. I got a couple things that this is how I do things all the time. I do 2 or 3 shoppings in a week because I only travel by bus. So I have a backpack and I have I'm heading in the absolute wrong fucking direction, Rivet. I have a backpack and a couple little bags. So I'll buy enough stuff to fill my backpack and carry. And then I do that a couple times a week so that I have, ample stuff for the weekend. So I don't have to go shopping on the weekends because I tend not to like crowds. That's one of my things. I've never really cared much being surrounded by a bunch of people that don't like going to theme parks a lot. Well, I do. I love going to theme parks when there's nobody there. There's a few days in February usually that it's like Deadsville in Orlando, and it's just so glorious. I love those days more than anything. Oh, go to Universal Studios and you just hop on all the roller coasters, and it's like you do the run, and that's like you hit each one in circle and like in series, and then you see how many times you can do that throughout the day. My best is 3. Yeah, we finished the park 3 times. That's all the roller coasters. We screw all the other things. You don't need it. You're there for roller coasters. I was so sick by the end of that day. Like, there's a couple of roller coasters that were like, I don't want to go on this one again. And then you go on the Mummy and you're like, okay, this is like a ride and a roller coaster. It's everything I need. But yeah, some of them are make your the Hulk. I remember that one made me feel kind of wheezy after a while. I'm like, I don't want to do that one again, but I did it. But yeah, fun. But anyway, so yeah, I did my shopping and picked up some stuff, and I got to pick up the rest of it tomorrow. And it's just and I'm sure it's going to be just as stupid tomorrow. So I'm like not looking forward to it, but I got to do it. I got to get my my allergy pills. It's like I got enough for a week, so that's what I usually do. Is I usually wait until I got a week's supply left, and then I go and pick up more. And then I pick up like enough for 2 months. So that's usually sufficient. So 1 pill a day, pick up 60. Ta-da! But I think I'm on my last pack of them. That's a weird thing too in Canada. Like when I was in the States, I'd go and I can get a bottle of 200 allergy pills, and it's all just in a bottle. You just take them and you're good. Here they're in like that little metallic squeeze thing. You got to squeeze each one out individually, and you can only buy a certain number at a time. You can't buy them in the bottle. And I'm like, why? But I can get other ones in the bottle. I'm like, it makes no sense. No sense at all. So we're weird in Canada. I don't know. Maybe it's just the ones I'm used to taking I'm not allowed to buy in bulk. I don't know. I got nothing. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this weekend just to sit home and not go out. I'm going to stay in this weekend because, yep, that's what we're doing. And I'm more than fine with that. I'm content. What was that here? Ruins of Garok. Oh, how did I bypass that? No, we're going back for those. Ruins are here. Somebody should have yelled at me. You probably did. Rivet, you missed them. And I'm like, I'm just blah, 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 blah. Talking about nothing. Talking about a bunch of bullshit. That's what I tend to do. That's why I do Cube World. So yeah, thanks everybody for the love for the old mage of what the. Yeah. I'm enjoying the series. And thanks everybody for not being critical. I know I can be opinionated at times, and I just wanted to kind of express, my views on stuff, and I guess it went the right way, so I didn't have anybody giving me shit. So that's nice. Oh man, this is delightful. Okay, we'll do that. There we go. This is going to be a cakewalk. So what I tend to do in these ones is you just grab everyone's attention. You just bring them in because they're not really doing you a whole bunch of damage. You just get the conga line going. And those of them that don't like to travel, you just do this. And then you give them a little, how's your father? The big bada boom, the mush. I called it a bunch of things in my day. It's just got the best sound effect of all the stuff. It's just everything gets mushed into pixels at once. And it's the most satisfying thing, especially you little bastard. Shoot me with your freaking beams the whole time. I don't care for the gold. I usually pick it up, but why? Got nothing. No reasoning for it. This boss should be pretty easy. And this is again getting... Ooh, baby! Oh, baby! Look at you. Look at you. Who's got the most? You do. Okay, everybody, you ready? Okay. And then you spin around. You become the whirling blades in the bottom of a blender. Is what I like to akin it to. There we go. You're gone. Okay, listen, you. There's always a mage that pisses me off, and you're the one. Nice one, moves. Kick ass. Chew bubble gum. We're all out of bubble gum. Got it. Yeah. I'm a little irked on my software. Again, Action software that I use, they put out another update, and I was like cringing. I'm like, oh, fuck, what did they do this time? And sure enough, it can't do shit. I have to test my recording once, twice, 3 times, lady, and then eventually it'll work. What I end up doing is I open it up, do a test. it fails miserably, then I close the program, close everything out, and then do it once again. And then suddenly, lo and behold, it works. So I'm like, whatever. So yeah, I sometimes on Steam I wish I could just turn off updates. Like, no, this is just optional, right? Like, I don't want your update, you bastards, until I make sure that it's well and truly done. But that's for whatever reason auto updates. So I'm gonna have to double check it because I'm just kind of sick and tired of it, and I wish I could go back to an earlier version. That's one thing on Steam that bugs me, is like when you have programs like this, like games, sure, I get sometimes where you want to have all the features, especially there's multiplayer stuff. This is software. When it comes to software, I should have the choice of what I install and what I don't. Like if I don't want an update, if it's content working with it the way it is, let me make the choice. And if I put on a version and it doesn't work, I should have the option to roll back that patch. For whatever reason on Steam, you don't seem to have that option sometimes, or ever. I don't know if I've ever played a game on Steam where you've had the option to roll something back. So that should be something that they look into, I think, personally. But, you know, whatever. I'm sure I'm just yelling at the air for no reason, because they don't care. Steam's a company, just want my money. You know, and then that's fine. It's not like I paid billions of dollars for action. It works 9 times out of 10. It works. So every now and again, they give an update and it goes goofy. So whatever. So Ori and the Blind Forest is a game I played in the past. They got a new one, something in the Wisps, I think, or Will of Wisps, or something along those lines. The sequel is out. It's on the Xbox Game Pass for PC. I have downloaded it. As soon as I am done with this and smiting these folios, I'm going to be playing the game. Checked with War. He's been streaming it for the last couple of days, and he loves it. I asked him if a series is warranted out of it, and he's like, definitely. So, looks like we got ourselves a new contender. I do have a bunch of Deep Rock Galactic left over. I think I got 4 or 5 episodes left. So I may throw Ori and the Blind Forest into the mix. I'm not too sure how to put it. Ori and the Will of Wisps, or whatever it's called. Yaboom! I love killing wizards before they get an opportunity to do any shenanigans, because you know that's all they're about. So yeah, Ori will start up very, very soon. I'm into it. It's a platformer. I enjoy them. Kind of got the Hollow Knight kind of feel. But super, super beautiful, and usually pretty sad. I remember the first one was a pretty sad state of affairs, and I don't mean sad as in like it's a bad thing. It's just like boo-hoo, boo-hoo kind of sad. So I'm into those kind of things. I need a little bit of emotional reprieve, you know. Gotta get a few tears out. You know, can't just be the crusty old man that I am all the time. So yeah, today at work I had an interesting day. Meeting. Every time I turned around, there was another freaking meeting or training. Busy all the time, and then we had a big meeting with all management and everything, and discussed a whole bunch of stuff. And then after that, I was like, okay, good. I've got like an hour left, and then I forgot that 2 of my team members that came from another supervisor, they had meetings scheduled with her. And so those get transferred over to me. So I got to have great introduction type of talks with a couple of my new team, and I loved it. It was great. I love getting to know new people. And the thing at work is, you know, when you sit near people and you're taking calls and stuff, you don't have a whole lot of opportunity to get to know them well. And I've always been like in management. I'm one of those guys that just I want to get to know everybody. I always find that a conversation is one of the best ways to, you know, break the ice with folks. So we went in, you know, they're like, "Oh, do you need a laptop?" I'm like, "No, I just want to go and talk." And so I just sat with them, you know, and I gave them a little bit about myself. And I wanted to, you know, kind of let them understand, you know, why I got the role. You know, I've only been there for a heartbeat. But, you know, I just wanted them to understand that, you know, I'm not just, you know, I kind of know what I'm doing, and that I've got their best interests at heart, and that what I want to do is to make sure that if they have dreams, aspirations of doing more, that I help build them up. You know, even if it's not something to do with this company, I've always found that the amount of skills that you can get by working in customer service carry over into a whole bunch of other things. So, even if it's not a career path, take advantage of it while you're there. Do what you can, do the best you can, and learn as much as you can. And if there's any information I could share, I usually try to. So that's always been my take. That's interesting. I didn't have a glider available. Apparently not. That's being the stupid. I can't really blame myself too much for that. Hey, Taco. Piss off, Taco. You're dead. Dead to me, fool. Okay. Dude, there you go. But yeah, it was a delightful 2 meetings. Delightful folks. Really enjoyed it. Got to know them really well. Got to figure out what they wanted from me. Kind of the things what they would expect. Setting forth the expectations of what I expect to do, and wanting them to hold me accountable for things. Like I'm making promises of saying, hey, next week I plan on doing this, this, and this. If I miss anything, poke me. Let me know where I'm failing. If I say something or do something that, you don't agree with, I don't expect everyone to always agree with my statements or anything. And I don't mind conversations or Discord where, if they don't 100% agree, talk about it. If I coach on something and they think that I'm wrong, bring it up. I'm at no point do I ever think that I'm perfect. God, no. I'm fully well versed in the fact that I'm not a perfect person. But if for any reason, they want to challenge some of my thinking, I'm game for that. I'm in. I think what people don't understand, and it's something that I even with my son, just because I'm older and just because I've done a bunch of things in my life, at no point do I think that I know everything and that I'm unable to learn from folks. I learn from my son all the time. And that's one of the reasons why when we play games together, I, defer to him a lot of times. It's like, I don't have the time to devote to it, and he has more time a lot of times, or he's played it a different way, and, I want to match his play style. So, if he's got something to share, I'm in. And vice versa when it comes to work. I mean, there's so much you can learn from folks. And I just never understood people that think that, just because they're in management that they don't have to listen or pay attention. I'm like, I got more learned from everybody else than I think, I can share. Oh, Jesus. Well, that was delightful. Well, that's one way to wreck a guy's day. Rat bastard. Okay, well, we're going to go back and wreck him, hopefully. I'm assuming he's back up to full health. I mean, I'm not really too worried about it, but knock a man off of his perch like that, that's fighting words. I'm feeling better about myself all of a sudden. Don't know why, because it's something to do that I just mushed a bunch of beetles. I kind of tend to like that. I like mushing beetles. Don't know why I'm a bug musher. I got it. I think I know. Anyone that was around, or you may, some folks may even know it. Little Rascals, TV show I used to love. One of the characters, Spanky. When he was just little, he was a bug hunting. He was mushing bugs, and that's one of my favorite episodes when I was younger. So there, that's why I like mushing bugs. Spanky. I enjoyed Little Rascals. Don't know how I would feel about them now as an adult. I haven't watched them in a while. I always treasured them. I loved about them was the fact that it was a bunch of kids, different backgrounds and everything. Especially in the timeline when they were made in the 30s. But there were a lot of poor kids, but they just had it was all about imagination, like all the stuff that they did, and I loved it. As a kid myself, like I understood that it wasn't necessarily reality or anything, but I just loved the fact that it was a bunch of kids hanging out and going on adventures, and the He-Man Woman Haters Club and stuff like that. It was just, I loved it. I know one thing that they were making a vehicle with a donkey, had a sway back, and it was like a fire engine that they had. It was just Dangerous as hell. You wouldn't allow anybody to ride around on that in these days. But nope. They had a bunch of kids riding this damn thing, and it was great. Child labor laws. Thank God for them. But yeah, I enjoyed that, and that's my tirade. Or no, not a tirade. I'm not angry. My flashback on my childhood. Yeah, it's kind of neat, knowing that I was born in the '60s. And that's not. And here's the thing. So I'm talking about The Little Rascals, and it was filmed in the '30s. Those shows are closer. They were 30 years old when I started watching them, and I was just a kid. So now, I'm further away from them now when I started watching them than I was when they were made. If that makes any sense. So it's been 45 years since I started watching them, but they were about 30 years old when I started to watch them. And now I don't know. I'd be so curious. I know I bought them on DVD years ago. I know my ex-wife and I had, she was wondering. I'm sure she wondered about a lot of things when we were together, but I just got, when DVDs came out, they were so much classic stuff that started making its way on the DVD, and I was buying them up like crazy. A whole bunch of Lucille Ball, the Honeymooners, and Little Rascals and stuff, and stuff that I kind of grew up watching and loving, and then to have access to that whenever I wanted to, because it used to be on syndication, so I'd get home from school, and I would catch Little Rascals would be in between some Looney Tunes, so you'd watch some Bugs Bunny, a Wile E. Coyote, and then there'd be a Little Rascals thing, and then back to some more Looney Tunes or some Tom and Jerry, and oh my God. I wonder how those things I cherish the memories of the shows from being a child, but I know some of them are horrible. Some of the blatant things like womanizing and racism and stuff that were in some of that stuff is just today. I don't know if I would be able to stomach some of it. I don't think it was so bad in Little Rascals. I think what it showed me was that the adults were the bad ones. The kids were already pretty cool. So I'm still thinking that would be okay. But who knows? I still don't think I trust adults because of it. Okay, that's something making a noise. Probably my phone. That's the one. There we go. And we'll ride. And we're getting close. I want to get to that next big battle. That's what we're heading off to today. I'm really glad we got to play as Rivet, man. Each character class plays differently. I will not play a ranger. Dear God, no. I think I deleted that character after I had it. Oh God, it was so bad. I don't know if it was called Kit or not. I remembered. It just did not work for me. The ranger, and that's why I don't want to do it here, because I'm biting off here. I'm gonna come clean. I mean, and this is I got no other reason not to. I hated playing the ranger in this game. I didn't enjoy it at all. I know there was a bunch of weird hacks for it that you could basically fly forever. There was a whole bunch of weird shit you could do. And I just didn't care for the mechanics at all. I didn't like the fighting styles. I felt underpowered all the time. When you go from mage or from a rogue, it's just so difficult to go to a ranged character that, I'm hitting for 150 and all of a sudden I'm hitting for 10. But I'm hitting for 10 5 times in a row, and it's still I'm still feeling like I'm not. But the thing is the range was not far enough away that I felt like I could stay at a distance and attack. Always felt like I had to get too close, and that everything was faster than me. So I'm really nervous about doing that again in the new version. So I'm going to be. We'll see. And again, I think it's part of the reason why I'm looking at doing the collecting, not focusing on the upgrades and all that, but focusing on the pets and things, and going on adventures trying to find all the pets. I think that's going to be my only saving grace, but you never know. I'm going to have to try to that's the thing. I'm going to have to try to find the boat, the reins, and the hang glider in every place, and I know Mark poked at me yesterday. He had a couple of mods that he wanted me to take a look at for it. He understands my stance on everything, so it could be okay. I'm going to take a look at the one that he had. Not guaranteeing anything, but it was like, oh, okay. You know, coming from Mark, I will at least take a look at it type of thing. So, you know, I trust his judgment more than most. Because, you know, I think he's as devoted to playing Cube World well as I am. But we'll see. I know the one that he had a whole bunch of things that you could turn off and on, so we'll see. One of them that I kind of dug was that keeping it night and day cycle off. So I was like, ooh, that could be kind of cool. You know, because who doesn't hate it when it turns to fucking... Really, why am I dying so quick here? Something is going wrong here. I know every now and again when you get into the first room that the mages are way overpowered. And that could be what I'm running into, because I know there's a couple of mages and they hit for a fucking ton. But, you know, we'll see. We will see. Where is this? It's over here, right? Did we land in another area? We'll see. We will see. So yeah, I'm going to take a look at the mods that Mark pointed out. Again, not going to make any promises for it, but again, kind of like for what my plans are, some of it kind of makes a little bit of sense. Okay. Oh shit, rogue. Okay. Yeah, we're doing 85 pickup. It's not great. And the warrior does not have a whole bunch of ranged attacks. He's an up close and personal kind of guy. Okay. So we got our... I was going to say we got our free health, so that was nice. Okay. See how long it takes us to clear this one. 17 XP. It's doing a little bit of damage. Okay, yeah, you guys need to piss off. Whew. Oh, did we crash the game? Possible. Well, I'm going to call it here. Apparently, I just cannot, for whatever reason, this one's broken. I'm not going to fight with it anymore. I'm cool. I've had a lot of fun today. I do want to thank everybody for coming out. Thanks again for your continued support. Needless to say, we will be back on Sunday with more Cube World. There's more coming, not to worry. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. I hope you enjoy your weekend, and I will see you guys then. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
This is a song for all the